Hi guys, it's Kristen, VSG Heart on My Sleeve. I'm recording a video that I probably won't post for a while. I think I'm going to save up some videos and post them shortly after I've had surgery when I'm recovering and maybe don't have the energy to post a bunch of videos. So if you're watching this and I'm already post-op, then you can skip it if you're not interested, but I'm doing this for any pre-oppers out there that are looking for information on the psych evaluation. I was required to do one by my insurance company, and I was kind of nervous going into it, I'm not gonna lie. Not that I was afraid I was, one flew over the cuckoo's nest or anything, but I just didn't know what to expect. My bachelor's degree is actually in psychology, so I always find anything to do with mental health kind of interesting just because I'm educated and trained in it. I've done an internship in it and all of that sort of thing. So that gave me kind of a unique perspective, but let me get to the point. So I showed up. I was not weighed in that day. The psychologist, actually, I can't remember now. Yeah, he was a psychologist. He was a PhD. He met me in my surgeon's office because the way my team runs is everybody comes to one location. So you're not going to your nutritionist, your psychologist, your surgeons. It's all in one and they come to you. So that day I had an appointment with my nutritionist and my psychologist. My psychologist was first. I saw him. I'll be honest, I didn't really care for him. I'm sure he's a good doctor and a good man, and I just didn't feel that comfortable with the way he talked to me. Not that he did anything inappropriate, but he just wasn't warm and fuzzy, I guess the way my surgeon and nutritionist are. So what did he have me do? He asked me why I was there, which is kind of silly. We're there because we want to have weight loss surgery and we are required to be there. He asked me about the same questions I had to go through with my surgeon and nutritionist. What was my history? What was my history with weight? What was my history with trying to lose weight? How did it make me feel? How did it affect my life? That sort of thing. He also went through, had I ever had any episode, like mental health issues. Then that was kind of the basic gist of it. It wasn't very long. I want to say maybe a half an hour. He did not make me lay on a couch. We just sat chair to chair from each other. And he scribbled his little notes as I talked. He asked me a couple of personal questions, just chit-chat. Was I married? Did I have children? What was my work background, education background? And then he asked me if I had any questions for him. And I asked him a couple of things about post-op life that I had questions about. One of them was how to, grief over food, because I've heard a lot of people talk about head hunger and that sort of thing. The other was bariatric divorce, how that seems to happen, and my husband's concerned about it. I'm not concerned about it at all, but for some reason, my husband has brought it up, and I just asked him what was the best way to talk to him about it. So we discussed those things, and then he had me take a mental health survey, which asked a lot of questions about, depression and self-esteem and that sort of thing. So I handed that into him, and that was it. We shook hands, and I was on my way, and never heard another thing about it. I'm assuming if there was a problem, I would have heard something. But at the end of all of my appointments, when they were gathering my documents to send to my insurance, I was told, he had turned in his report and I was good to go. And that was the last I heard of it. So that was it for the psych eval. It's really nothing to be that nervous about unless, you're hiding something or, in that case, maybe be concerned. But really, they're going based on what you have to say anyway. So just my thoughts. It's just another hoop to jump through. Not a big deal. So best of luck to anyone who's watching this that's pre-op or has a psych eval coming up, and I'll see you guys next time.